Hi, I'm Dom, the creator of Drawlah. In this video, I want to explain why the most famous statistic about reading visuals is actually a myth. This video is a battle between speed of reading versus the speed of reading visual images. We know us humans are capable of reading visuals way faster than text, and it's all over Google. And turns out it's not 60,000 times faster, but a lot less. The truth is, no one can find a study that actually proves this figure of 60,000. But here's the good news. The real science is still incredible, even without the exaggeration. Peer-reviewed research shows that visuals actually process between 6 and 600 times faster than text. Someone must have sneakily added 1 or 2 zeros as an exaggeration, and it just took off online. Think about that for a second. Even with a six-fold advantage, it will completely change your communication strategy if you know how to pair it nicely in your presentations. MIT researchers discovered that the human brain can identify the content of an image in as little as 13 milliseconds. To put that in perspective, recognizing just one single word takes your brain over 100 milliseconds. That is like comparing a tortoise versus a rocket ship. A short sentence might take you 2 full seconds to comprehend, but the idea inside a simple picture lands instantly. This is the brain hack that top tier leaders use to bypass the mental fatigue of their audience. The truth is, we are living in a 9-second reality where people decide to delete your email or ignore your slide in just a heartbeat if they don't find anything interesting, and visuals help to overcome that. If your message still relies on excessive bullet points, you are forcing your audience to do heavy manual labor and mental gymnastics in their brain. Cognitive load theory tells us that reading is a demanding serial process that drains mental energy over time, especially when people are browsing or multitasking nowadays. Visuals, however, use pattern recognition, which is exactly what your brain is evolved to do for survival. But our biology over the thousands of years has still wired us to recognize patterns first because it indicates danger in the past. So pause for a moment and ask yourself, when was the last time a list of 12 bullet points actually changed your mind? Probably not, and you've probably forgotten most of it after attending a long presentation. Now, we tend to hide behind text because it feels safe, but it often leads to what I call NPC energy in meetings, or similar to non-performing characters or side characters in the video game. This is why I created Drawlah, to help you bridge the gap between complex communication and clear, low fidelity logic. It's a thinking tool, not just to draw. You do not need high gloss corporate graphics or expensive design teams to be persuasive. In fact, the brain is often allergic to polished slides because they look like advertisements rather than ideas. A simple black and white doodle captures attention because it looks like a work in progress that the audience is invited to join. By reducing the text to task load, you make it easier for people to say yes to your ideas, to your proposals, and your presentations. This is especially powerful for neurodivergent thinkers who often see the world in spatial, three-dimensional logic rather than tinkering around with text or trying to read complicated passages. Visual thinking is not just a style choice, it's a sign of respect for your audience's limited attention. If you cannot explain your project in a simple sketch, you might not understand the plumbing of your own idea. In other words, you might not have the clarity to begin with. Take one presentation you have coming up and try to turn just one slide of bullets into a purposeful visual. You will see the aha moments happen much faster when you lead with the eyes instead of the ears. Stop fighting against how the human brain works and start working with its natural strengths. To start sketching your own solutions and stress testing your logic, head over to drawlah.app right now. While you are there, search for a secret link, which is the Google form on the site, to get free access, and that access gives you 50 credits, which is equivalent to a $25 value. I want to help you facilitate your next innovative idea through the art and science of visual communication. Go give it a try, and until then, I'll see you in the next episode.